Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob, and today I have a channel update for you guys, as I'll just kind of give you where I stand currently with this channel and kind of update you, hence the name Channel Update, as to what's been going on, what is potentially in the future, and what I kind of want to talk about today. It's been a while since I've done a channel update. I haven't done one since February 15th. I feel like I used to do these all the time. My wife used to actually make fun of me for how many times I update you guys here on the channel, but I've been purposely trying not to do it so much, but I feel like this is a good time. So if you're excited for more and the future of this channel and to hear about it, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, because that's what this channel is all about. Just kind of wanted to give you guys an update as to what I currently stand outside the channel. This will be going up on Friday, so I will say Monday morning I'm leaving to go on a cruise, so I will be gone all of next week. So I do have videos scheduled uploaded for days and I'm not going to be in town, but I might not be able to respond to all the comments as fast as I can because, well, I will be on a boat and won't have any service. So just kind of want to update you guys there. But in terms of where the channel currently stands, right now we have two series going on. We have the EA Sports College Football 26 Delaware Blue Hens Dynasty, which I have enjoyed so far. It's been a change of pace, so to say, from when we did the South Carolina Gamecocks on 25. We're doing a small school now, a new school to the FBS, just kind of building our own legacy. I will say, I feel like this got off to a really hot start, but I feel like the views have drastically fallen off with the Delaware Blue Hens Dynasty, which is a little discouraging, but it's not going to stop me from uploading the series. So I do plan on continue that, obviously. And then the other series we have going on, you probably just saw, is the Las Vegas Athletics have returned on MLB The Show 24. This is a baseball franchise I've been doing for over a year now. Obviously, the viewership is not as where it used to be, considering the game is over a year old, and we've been going into this franchise for over 160 episodes, and we've never really been that good. But I've just felt like there's always been more to tell with the Athletics moving to Las Vegas. We finally reached that era now that we're in year 5, and I feel like we've created a lot of good storylines and stuff like that. So I have enjoyed doing that series, but I will say, since I have come back from a month off doing baseball content, I feel like it was kind of like a reset for me. I'm like, you know what, I don't have as much of a fire for the baseball content than I did. I feel like I still enjoy the Athletics franchise, but, you know, the fact that it has been going on for so long, maybe it is time for a refresh, which is kind of what this channel update is kind of about. I feel like right now where the channel currently stands, I think it's time to maybe hit the reset button on this channel, kind of start some things over and kind of give it a fresh coat of paint, because in the past year, we've really only had the same two series going on. We had the Athletics on MLB The Show 24, and we had the South Carolina Gamecocks on EA Sports College Football 25. Those are the only two series we've had, and we've had those two series going for over a year plus. We finally ended the South Carolina Gamecocks last week, and now we have started the Delaware Blue Hens. It's been a nice breath of fresh air, but we're still doing college football content, which kind of brings me to what I want to talk about today. And I did kind of allude to this on the community tab in a poll that I just recently posted. So if you have not voted in that poll, please go ahead and do so. It's the last thing I posted on the community tab. But I feel like I want to get something new on the channel. I want to get a new series or two going, because like I said, we've been doing the same couple of things for over a year now, and I feel like the growth in 2025 hasn't been the same as it was for 2024. I mean, we're still growing and stuff like that, and that's not saying that statistics are everything that I do on the channel, but it does help to look at and see this channel really start to grow, because I do this for you guys and I want to reach a broader audience. But so that kind of brings me to a couple of ideas. I'm just going to throw out a couple of games and stuff, and again, this has been on the community tab poll, but I kind of just want to give you my thoughts of where I stand with each of the upcoming games, because the fall is a big time for sports games. A lot of AAA titles on the horizon, and last year we didn't do any of them. We did college football in July, then we didn't touch another game until July of this year. So the first one coming out is Madden NFL 26, which comes out in actually about a week and a half at this point with early access. I thought about doing a Madden series last year, actually started one but quickly abandoned it, and my goal has always been, since college football 25 came out, to run the college and the Madden series at the same time, a shared universe, so to speak. But last year I kind of missed the mark with the launch of the game because I was moving, didn't have internet and stuff, so I feel like that kind of stifled the growth and the initial interest in the Packers franchise for last year, so we quickly kind of abandoned that and just focused on college, which I feel like it was the right decision. We had a great Gamecocks dynasty, but that kind of resets it for this year. We have another chance to do that same thing, and that was the plan. I was going to do a Madden NFL 26 series, but I've kind of been getting cold feet with it. The reason is because we're doing the Delaware Blue Hens dynasty, and the point is to have a shared universe, but in reality, the Delaware Blue Hens are a small school who are not very good. We just entered the FBS. The players that I'll be playing as with the Blue Hens and the players we'll be seeing in the Conference USA realistically are not going to be the same players we see in Madden. So I feel like we're sharing the universe, but it's not to its maximum potential. I mean, I can still talk about players in college and pro and stuff like that. And initially, you guys will know the players that you'd expect to see on Sundays, like the Jeremiah Smiths and the Cade Klubniks of the world and the Arch Mannings. But, that could be saved for maybe next year. If we go back to a bigger school on College Football 27, maybe we save the Madden Shared Universe for then. So that's kind of where my feet stand there. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to do a Madden franchise unless that's something you guys want to see. Please let me know. But then that brings us into the next game, which is NBA 2K26. Basketball is something we have done on the channel. We've done 2 series in NBA in the past 5 years. My very first franchise actually here on the channel was back on NBA 2K20 with the New Orleans Pelicans. That is still one of my favorite dynasties and franchises that I've done. And then we did the Clippers a couple of years ago, which I didn't necessarily think I did the best of. There's some things that I learned in that series that I feel like I could do differently with NBA 2K26. But I'm not sure where you guys stand on the basketball viewership, because when I ran the Clippers My League, that was the lowest of the 3 series that I had going on at the time. But I would be interested in doing basketball. Actually, I have been getting the itch to play basketball again. The year off last year kind of helped me develop that itch. And it's something I've toyed with also is we could go one of 2 options. We could do the NBA or we could do the WNBA. WNBA's never been hotter than it has been in the past couple of years. And that's something that I actually have a lot of interest in potentially doing as a WNBA series with, a fresh coat of paint. I don't know if there's really any big-time YouTubers outside of State of the Franchise Gaming that I mentioned in my Let's Talk NBA 2K26 video that really does a WNBA series. So I feel like there could be a new audience to tap into there, but I don't know how big that audience is. That's my one sort of concern, because in the poll, the WNBA vote is the lowest of the 3, and I don't want to necessarily jump into a new series for a year if it's not going to be the initial support. And I know it's about what I want to do, but I do take you guys into account. And I appreciate you guys always saying that, we'll watch whatever you do, but I do want to grow the channel at the end of the day. So basketball is something I've toyed with potentially doing, and I just want to know your guys' feedback on that as well. And then the last thing I'll touch on is NHL 26. We don't know anything about this yet. No release date, no trailer's been dropped. But I've always toyed about potentially doing an NHL franchise. And this year could be the year that we do one. If we're resetting kind of some things here on the channel, if we're going to end the athletics franchise potentially and get some new series and some new blood here, why not do a hockey franchise? I know NHL isn't necessarily the best sports game. Not a lot changes from year to year, but as somebody who's never really played NHL, even if nothing changes year to year, me playing it this year would be new to me. So I've enjoyed watching hockey, and I would like to get more into it, and I feel like doing a series on NHL would really help me in that regard as well. But again, I don't know what the interest level's like. NHL's never really been the biggest sport here in the Americas, which is where my audience predominantly is, but I have had some sort of interest of doing that as well. But that's just kind of where I stand. I want to get something new, I think, here on the channel in the coming months. Just let me know in the comment section what you'd like to see. Did you want to just roll with the same 2 series that we've had been going on, the Delaware and the Athletics? But that's just kind of the point of this. I just want to show you where my head was at and just kind of get you guys' opinion on that stuff as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. I hope you guys have enjoyed the Fortnite in the background. Yes, I recorded my 2 wins in this video. I don't win every single game, but why not show a win? So, but that's beside the point. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. And let me know in the comment section what you would like to see going forward. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.